Hi, in today's lesson, we're going to look at how not to handle your mortgage process, part 1. This is Greg. Greg is rather grumpy. Greg's here to help us today and to show us what not to be when on the phone with your loan officer. Remember, after all, you guys are on the same team. Don't worry, this will be painless. Before you know it, we'll be done. Many clients think mortgage people just sit around all day waiting to take their phone call. Nothing could be farther from the truth. While we do our best to respect your time as a human being, all we can ask is that you return the favor. There are some key factors that go into this process and into this conversation, and if we don't need to know, most people are not going to ask. Therefore, if the question is asked, rest assured there's a reason. It matters. One thing I will tell you is this is going to take some time. That is, if you want it done correctly. If you're running around, doing chores, or maybe running errands, maybe right now isn't the right time to talk. But you know what? That's okay. Some of my clients like being sent a link to fill out the application in their own time. That way, they can fill everything out, maybe talk with their spouse and get their questions down on paper so that when we do talk or meet in person, we can address all angles of their questions, their goals, and ensure everybody understands the process. Once we've figured out exactly what program is going to work out best, now it's my job to get to work and put things into motion. Time and time again, I'll say this has happened, but every single time I start a loan, I tell people the same thing. For God's sake, don't go buy a car. Don't go on vacation. Let's hold off on the criminal activity. And unless we've already talked about it, don't propose to anybody. This is the part where your effort means all the difference. The faster you can get me what I need, the smoother this is going to go. That means supporting docs, IDs, pay stubs, tax returns, structured income award letters like Social Security, or other documents that pertain to your file. And if you're married, or if someone else is on the file with you, that means I'm going to need all of those things from them too. One of the last things I'm going to touch on in this video is what we call analysis paralysis. Having too many options is not always a great thing. That's why we ask all those big questions up front. I know that you've got questions. What rate should you go with? Does it make sense to buy the rate down? When am I going to break even on the cost of the loan with my monthly savings? Analysis paralysis is what happens when a client forces the process to move too quickly from the beginning. If you aren't able to or simply don't want to spend 45 minutes to build your file correctly with your loan officer up front, it's almost unavoidable. Your brain is going to end up like noodle salad. And let's face it, nobody likes noodle salad. This whole process of getting a mortgage or obtaining a refinance has strategy to it. In order to get to the win, we have to be methodical, timely, and purposeful. Any team can run onto the field, but unless they know what play to run, success is almost always going to remain elusive. Now that we've covered all of that, you've got to let us be your team captain or your coach. This is what we do. You might be a professional in your discipline, but this is our field. You got to let us do our job. You might have had a mortgage or two over the years, but I've helped hundreds of clients through this process. I know what I'm doing. You're going to have to trust me. I promise to answer all of your questions along the way and push us in the right direction. So come on, Squirt, bring it in. Take a knee. We got some work to do.